heart is like pounding. This is so hard. I am shutting down a coaching business that I spent the past 5 years building. I am giving away everything I used to sell for free. And I'm fully stepping away from coaching. I know with certainty in my heart that I don't want to come back to selling these products again in the future. So I would rather just make them free. I would rather just put them on my website so that anybody can access them if they want to and make them free. It does not sit well with me to gatekeep this information and put it in a drawer just so that I could potentially make more money from it someday in the future. I'm not like disappearing from the internet. I don't have a perfect plan, but you can continue to follow me. You can continue to reach out to me the way you have been, but I'm not going to be offering coaching anymore. No one-on-one. The LinkedIn challenge will be free on my website with no accountability, no office hours, none of that. You'll be able to access the entire freelance resource library for free on my site, and you can share it with whoever you want. I'm sure people are going to assume whatever they want. It's the internet. And I've been having such a hard time coming to this decision. I only came to this decision a few days ago, really. I think I kind of wanted to make this decision back in February when I shut down Pop Club, but I don't think I knew yet. And I think I know now. I'm not quitting because freelancing doesn't work anymore. It is definitely still possible to be a successful freelancer in 2026. The methods that I share in my materials do still work. I'm not exactly quitting freelancing. I'm just pivoting to a different service, and I am quitting coaching the way that I've done it before, but I am sure in this new chapter I will be sharing my Notion templates still and my process and all of those things. If that's something that you're interested in, I will post about it. But what's really been going on is I have wanted to quit my job since January, honestly. I was really struggling at the turn of the new year to figure out if this pivot to the outdoor industry was going to work for me. And then when I hurt my knee, I like really spiraled mentally. I really struggled with that. It's been really hard. I literally had to learn how to walk again. And throughout that process, I just realized that my heart just like isn't in it anymore. My heart is not in being a freelance marketing generalist anymore. If someone wanted to offer me a full-time job with a steady salary, being a marketing generalist, happy to do it. But it just feels like AI has sapped the soul out of the career that I used to love. And I want to be working as authentically as possible in a space where human touch is valued. I want to be working on things where it is more valuable that a human being made it themselves. And that's not to say that I don't use AI. I use AI. I admit it. I think I've shared about it plenty here. But I don't want to be competing with AI constantly in my pitches. I just have a love-hate relationship. I have a love-hate relationship with AI. Honestly, like I was even offered a full-time role at an AI SEO tool company like 10 months ago, and I turned it down. I didn't even consider it as an option because I don't want to be building AI. I feel like I use AI to keep up and to stay in the game, and because I feel like I had to adopt it. And it is helpful to me, I'm not gonna lie. It has made analyzing data so much faster and easier. It has made my decisions much more informed because I am able to feed it large amounts of my own information, like my LinkedIn posts and their stats and all of that stuff, and figure out what's working and what's not, which used to take me a whole week of gathering data and analyzing and all of that effort. It's so helpful. And also, it sucks when companies don't have a huge budget and just expect their in-house employees to do what a specialist should be doing and using AI to like band-aid it together, and then my pitches are competing with that. And I know those same companies are hiring real people to make UGC and to make ads and to run their paid ads and things like that. And when I'm looking at job descriptions for full-time roles for digital marketers in my niche, literally the only experience that I am missing on any of these applications is paid media experience. So that is kind of where I'm looking to start pivoting. My passion is still the outdoor industry. I am so passionate about the outdoors. Having the opportunity to live my life outside for extended periods of time, whether it was on the Appalachian Trail or in my van or when we go camping every other weekend in our truck, that is what heals me. That is what makes me feel like a whole human being. That's how I've been able to make the best friends in my entire life. I met my fiance because someone I met on the Appalachian Trail brought him to my birthday party. And now we've been together for 3 years. And like the community that you can find in the outdoors and the fulfillment that we get from being able to find confidence and accessibility in nature and outdoor gear and learning how to do these things. Like the Appalachian Trail was my first backpacking trip. It's not like I knew what I was doing. I used the internet. I used YouTube. I saw what people were doing on Instagram. I looked at Pinterest for ideas. I started freelancing to get outside, and I learned how to do that mostly from YouTube and blogs and experimenting and trial and error. The internet and the outdoors have enabled me to do so much in my life. I want to honor my authentic self and stay in that lane. I don't want to leave the outdoor niche. I'm really glad that I've switched back to it. So yeah, I'm pivoting to try user-generated content and getting into paid media. I will still honor the proposals I have out, and if I have past clients I've worked with on SEO and email marketing and that sort of thing who come to me and say they want my help, I'm happy to do it. But my heart is just not in coaching anymore. I'm excited for this pseudo fresh start. It's like building a bridge between where I've been and where I want to go. I used to do social media full time on Instagram. I kind of got away from it because it became really toxic for me mentally, but I feel like I've really been able to remedy my relationship with social media over the past few years. And the nice thing about UGC is that it's not exactly, I'll still be posting and things, but it's not the same as what I was doing before. I used to document my entire life on the internet. And now it's more like I have boundaries and I can choose, which is really nice. I already know how to edit videos. I already know how to record and script videos. I already know how to make a good ad. I already know how to pitch, so why am I staying stuck in something that doesn't really feel like it's working for me anymore when I know how to do something that I know does? So that's what I'm moving towards. I actually land on this decision. It was really hard. This was a really hard decision to make. 2 years ago, you might remember this if you've been following me on social media since 2024, I hosted a retreat with my friend Marie, who's a life coach. It was called The Brave New Path. It was focused around figuring out what you want from life and then making a plan to do something about it. I still have all of the curriculum from the Brave New Path workshop, and so I use that to make these decisions. And honestly, I kind of forgot that I could do that until Saturday, 3 days ago. I have been really struggling with making this decision. I've felt blinded by the feeling of wanting to quit, and I didn't know what to do about it. I think I just needed some time to feel my feelings, to be honest, and get through everything else that was going on because I got Lyme's disease and I also sprained my ACL and I'm still healing from that, and it's been 6 months. It's been a year. It's been a tough year. So the top 3 things that helped me the most in making this decision was the meeting table exercise. Basically, it's like internal family systems, if you've ever done that in therapy, where you talk to each part of yourself and just listen to what they have to say. You would be surprised how many parts are inside of you and how much of your feelings of confusion are just from them having conflict with each other. The accountant in me and the CEO in me are always clashing with the hobbyist in me and the teenager inside of me and the person who is actually having to sit down and execute all of the work. I also wrote down the worst case scenario and the best case scenario. I also wrote down what else could happen, what else could it be if I took the action that I wanted to take. And reading everything back, I realized that I've been so worried about what other people are going to think and how my decision is going to affect other people that I didn't even feel like I could make this decision myself. And it felt like I needed permission, which I think is true of a lot of the big decisions I've had to make in my life. For the first time in 3 years, I actually feel like I have to let go of the shore in order to get to the other side, and I can't see the other side. I'm swimming across a lake blindly in the fog. And I haven't felt that way in a long time, which makes decisions harder. But that's how I know that I am on the cusp of something exciting and life-changing. I don't know if I made the right decision. I don't think I can or will know until some time has passed and I actually take the leap and post this video and talk to you guys about it. Usually in the long run, your fear is always louder than the truth, and most of the time people don't care as much as you think they're going to. So I'm taking the leap, shutting down, and it's hard and scary, but I'm glad that I'm doing it. So here's what's next. Over the next few weeks, I will be sharing all of my resources for free on my website. If you have purchased any of my resources in the past, don't worry. You will receive an offboarding email sequence from me so that you know what to do and where to find everything that you've already purchased. So I will be putting everything on my website. It should be pretty easy for you to find, but I will also be sending out copious emails and posting on LinkedIn about this whole shutdown journey. I also have hundreds of videos unlisted on YouTube that are just recordings of workshops that I've done in the past. So I'll publish those publicly. And yeah, it feels really crazy to be doing this, but it feels in my heart like the right thing to do. And I'm really excited. I'm really excited for this next chapter of my life. I feel really relieved in making this decision, and I hope that releasing these resources for free helps somebody. And if you want to, you're welcome to keep following along for the next chapter as I figure out what that is and what that looks like.